On to the check.
And we're live. Welcome back to the Rich and Angel Show. Happy Monday to all of you Monday advocates out there, you Monday supporters.
Yes.
I don't know what the deal is with Monday, but hey, it's a good day today. Nice
Monday. Let's get the show started.
Let's do it.
It's the Rich and Angel Show.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Rich and Angel Show. And
Yes.
this week we have some interesting topics to talk about with you guys.
Sure do.
Some industry trends, some 2020 sneak peeks, some top sevens, top tens, top threes, all
Top
that good stuff.
44s,
Top 44.
Golden Globes.
What was the guy that used to do the top 40?
Casey Kasem.
Casey Kasem. That's
This is
right.
Casey Kasem, and we're going to do the top 40 today.
Casey Kasem, what a guy. The original Ryan Seacrest.
Yeah, that's right. So Monday,
Yeah.
the weekend.
How was your weekend?
It was a good weekend. It's
Yeah.
a dry January for me.
Oh, that's right.
So no drinking. Going to get things back on track in my life.
You hit the gym this morning, 6 a.m.
Back at the gym this year.
I brought my lunch.
Several days in.
We're gonna be sexy in Miami.
All right, listen, I gotta get back to my old ways, man.
If you don't come for anything else, come to check up the beach bods.
We'll be in Speedos
That's right. Even during your speeches.
during the conference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
We didn't want to tell anybody, but definitely it's gonna happen
With the Fed,
with the Fed logo on the butt.
on the butt. That's right.
Did you happen to catch the Golden Globes, my friend?
I saw parts of it like on mute because I was at a restaurant, but then I saw all the stuff about Ricky Gervais.
Yeah, I didn't even pay attention to much of that, honestly. I got to go back and watch some of it today.
It's hilarious.
But,
He pretty much just makes fun of everybody.
I only saw a couple of parts. One of them was Tom Hanks.
Yeah. He
Yeah.
had a fun. I didn't see the speech. I saw his reaction to Ricky Gervais. That's the only thing I saw.
Yeah, no, Tom Hanks is the best.
Yeah.
But there was a piece here already online, hidden in Tom Hanks' emotional Golden Globe speech was the best career advice you'll hear today.
Oh,
Here it is in one sentence.
okay.
Show up on time, know the text, have a head full of ideas.
Interesting.
And there's more context to that when you listen to him, because he's obviously he's talking about lines, I'm sure, and stuff like
Right.
that. But
Right.
it does apply when you think about it. Listen, showing up on time is major.
Yeah. I mean, it kind of
It's such a big part of
first
everything.
impressions, with whoever you're working with at the time. It's like, at least this matters enough to me to be here at a certain time.
Yeah,
I
he was
respect it.
even talking about, this guy's been at it for a long time, and he was talking about showing up on time.
Mm.
That means don't make the production team come and knock on your trailer and say, "Hey, come on, we're ready for you."
Right.
Be out there already.
Right.
Be out there already. Collecting your thoughts. Know the text. Have a head full of ideas. Be ready. Be there early.
Yeah.
That's the kind of mindset that he has. That's why, that's one of the reasons why he's successful.
Yeah.
Not just because he's a great actor. There's a lot of stuff that he does behind the scenes.
Yeah. And I mean, I'm kind of fascinated by the whole Hollywood thing. It's really relevant that like it takes more than talent to be successful out there. Like you have to have that
Oh yeah.
that ability to do all of the things that nobody else would, or else you're just not going to be a star.
Yeah. Hard work outworks, or what is it? Hard work beats talent every day.
Yeah. Yeah. Big time. And if you have both, you're unstoppable.
Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan. Yeah.
Yeah,
For sure.
but I mean, I printed that too because showing up on time for us in the food equipment industry and the service side is super friggin' important,
Yeah.
and it's
So-
one of these things that we battle.
We just got our first comment.
Aha!
Kinsey Engel. I'm curious about what you guys think about ghost kitchens.
Oh, we actually talked a little bit about that.
Yeah, we a few episodes back, sometime last week, we talked a bunch about ghost kitchens. But in my opinion, I think it's super forward thinking. And if you
It's
can find a way-
2020-esque.
yeah, if you could find a way to make it bend to whatever it is that you're doing in business, I think it's amazing.
Yeah.
I think it's an awesome resource to have.
And just to go to that in town, Broadway Burgers, you can't dine in.
Yeah, you were
it's
telling me
it's
that.
it's DoorDash or Uber Eats or Grubhub or whatever only.
Can you
and-
call them or just like
You
go
can
to the
call
place? Yeah,
You can call them, but it's a ghost kitchen,
that's
and
crazy.
I'll tell you what,
It's good.
it's a go-to burger.
Really?
We'll have to do it for lunch one day.
Yeah.
We could do a test test.
We'll do
a
it
little
like
taste
Ghost
test.
Kitchen test review.
It was really good. So yeah, I mean, I think the future is going to be in ghost kitchens, especially as footprints shrink and you're looking to cut your overhead and
Right.
just try to be more profitable. I mean, why would you want to pay rent and have some brick and mortar when people are on the go? People want to order on the go.
Right. Exactly. Yeah, and that's becoming an increasing trend too. Is people want things quickly.
Quick. I mean, but just to go back to the food, just not to stay on this too much, but the time we talk about showing up on time, technicians need to be in vans at certain times to get the calls at certain times. So that's just a huge part of the day, the way the day starts.
Right. Right.
If you're out in the van with your GPS turned on here in Jersey at 7 and on your way to your call, to your first call, we got to talk.
Yeah.
Like, what's going on?
That's true. Yeah, I mean, it also just shows initiative. It shows that you actually care about what's going on.
Yeah,
I think it's super important. What else did he say?
It was just know the text and have a head full of ideas, but the show up on time was big for me, and that's I didn't really want to get too much into that. But
yeah.
We have here 7 habits to create multiple streams of income and financial independence. 7 habits to create multiple streams of income and financial independence. So we're talking, obviously we're deep into the food equipment service industry, but we're also in business, and we're talking all kinds of things business as well. And the first one here is ask first whom you can serve, not what you can sell. I don't even need to read anything past that first line, because this applies to what we're doing.
Yeah, big time. On
LinkedIn, on media, social media. And the only thing I'll say to that is if you are out there looking to throw ads in people's faces,
right,
and looking for people all the time, LinkedIn, hey Rich, thanks for connecting. I have mortgage, I have this. Goodbye.
Yeah,
I don't know you.
Yeah, you're offering something without them even deciding whether or not they want it from you. It's kind of like I once heard it explained, like if you were to walk up to somebody on the street and ask to give them $100, they just wouldn't take it. They'd be like, no, even though it's $100. But if you say, hey, if you do a push up, I'll give you $100, then they'll take it every time, and it's like exponentially more because the exchange is set in stone, like what the actual value is. When somebody bombards you with like trying to be too salesy, you don't know what they actually want, so it's easy to just push them away.
Yeah, that's true. And so when we're online and we're trying to build our brands, and we're going to discuss this down in Miami next month at the Fed conference, it's about being human.
Yeah.
Okay. We don't walk up to the bar and see the girl and say, hey, you want to come home with me?
Right.
You say, hi, I'm Rich. To buy you a drink, and what's your name? There's a course to take.
I like your French manicure.
Yeah, with compliments. Say something. Show me that you showed interest in something about me.
Exactly.
And vice versa. If I'm reaching out to you, I'm never going for the gusto right out of the gate.
Right.
So ask first whom you can serve, not what you can sell.
Sure, that's so good.
Number 2, play the short and long game in your portfolio. Interesting. Having a robust portfolio of income streams requires habitually balancing things that bring short-term benefit with longer-term plays, which build your brand and deliver financial returns further down the road. You need both to pay today's bills and create tomorrow's riches. For example, plenty of people want to write a book, which takes time, 2 years on average. Yeah. Are we writing a book this year?
We should probably start if that's the case.
If your book does reasonably well, it's a great platform to big ticket revenue items like keynotes. We know that. Yes. But in the meantime, you have bills to pay, so maybe you write for an online publication, yada, yada. But yeah, I mean, playing the short game and the long game in your portfolio makes sense.
Yeah. And I mean, that's a really great strategy for digital as well, because you do want to play the long game. It was buckets right there when you threw that in.
Kobe.
You do want to play the long game of having some sort of relationship with people and ultimately making them your clients, but then you want to be able to have shorter term things that will keep people interested if they just want to support. That's why we do the merch, with the Fed group. That's why we're doing the event. The event was a lot longer of a play.
Oh yeah.
So
big time. Number 3, even breath requires focus and hard choices.
Interesting, especially when you're chubby like me.
Yeah. It's wise to spread your bets when trying to achieve financial independence. Um, article is blah, 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 blah. Do what you enjoy and blend your revenue generating activities into a broader integrated plan. Let's skip to the next one.
Yeah.
Number 4, stay present to your network. Okay, so I mean that's something that we're doing here
Yeah. Big
on
time.
a daily basis, weekly basis, yearly basis, all the time, 24/7. Stay present to your network. Stay in front of people. If you're building a business, don't expect people to come knocking on your door.
Right.
It's just not. It just doesn't work that way. You need to be really, really motivated, self-motivated, and not. You need to go knocking on doors.
Yeah, I think there's a point you get to where you start to feel like, oh, I already have enough business, or I have enough clients. I don't need to go out and network anymore, and that kind of becomes the trap where you get too comfortable.
Yes.
And before you know it, you have 0 clients, and you're wondering, how do I get more? Damn, Kobe again.
Kobe.
Yeah.
Um,
But yeah, I've always found that interesting, because it's like right when you stop networking and stop marketing is when everything goes south, and you're like, I got to rebuild all this momentum again.
it's true. Number 5 is get over your distaste for selling yourself.
Ooh, that's a big one in this industry, I think.
I mean,
People are
for
scared
me,
to sell
definitely.
themselves.
Yeah, people are scared to sell themselves because it's that thing that you hear about over and over. Gary talks about. You're scared of what other people are going to think about you.
Right.
You're scared of people's opinions, people closest to you, people strangers. Like Joe Smith 69 on Facebook. You're worried about what he's going to write.
Right.
I can tell you, it was a fear of mine when I first started, and now I look forward to it.
Yeah, it's interesting how that happens. Like, at first, it's very easy to feel like everybody's gonna nitpick every little thing about you. But how many times do you actually nitpick at somebody else when you see their video? It's not that often. Like, you might see something and post a negative comment here and there, but unless they're somebody that you're looking at constantly, you're not really going to post negativity.
No, and I try not to post anything. Sometimes I stop myself in my tracks when I'm reading something.
Yeah,
And
and it's usually articles and stuff
Yeah.
like that. It's not like industry videos of other businesses that
because nobody else is doing it. it would be me to me. But yeah, no, I mean, this one is huge because it goes to what the Fed group again is trying to get people to do. And this last sentence says it all. We talk about being a thought leader and all this stuff. You ready?
Yeah.
If you don't promote yourself, your expertise will stay buried with you.
Wow.
So you have something to say. Okay. You have a story. You have knowledge. If you're in the industry for 5 years, if you've been in for 10, 15, 20, 30, you know things. You've lived through things. You've been through things. I feel it's our obligation to help each other. And lose that mindset of if I give away too much, they're gonna hurt me.
Yeah.
It's just not true. 99% of people are going to do nothing with what you say.
Right. And that's the big thing. It's like, I think there's a lack of confidence when it comes to how much you may or may not know. I mean, I don't know if you know Charlemagne.
Of course.
He always
Charlemagne
talks
the God,
about
man.
it. He's like, we're in an age now where people have to stop letting other people speak for them, and like speak about their credentials and stuff. And you have to kind of list your own credentials. The way he says it is, talk your ish, right? He says, talk your ish, because nobody's gonna do it unless you do.
Yeah.
And like what the whole deal with Kanye is, like, he constantly says he's a genius, and now we're like,
He does.
maybe he's kind of a genius, this guy.
Maybe he is.
And for whatever it's worth.
Yeah. He said one of his biggest regrets is he'll never get to see himself perform live. He's nuts, man.
One of Rich Maliki's biggest regrets is he'll never get to hear himself speak live.
Thank God. I don't even know what I'm saying when I'm up there. It's like a blur. I got to get better. But that's huge. So don't be afraid to sell yourself, okay?
Yeah.
Fed Nation. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Number 6, repurpose content.
Which is what we're doing right now.
Yeah, I mean, you'll see this. You'll see some of these snippets coming at you throughout the year. Angel will be sitting here and saying, you know what, it's time to grab this little nugget that we just talked about.
Yeah, and there's endless ways. Like, I read Rich's articles, and I'll pull quotes from that, make a post out of it, put it behind a picture. There's so many different directions that you can take.
What's that first sentence?
This should be the first habit you establish.
Because you're going to say to yourself, oh, I don't have enough content. How am I going to get? Listen, you go film for a couple days, you could be repurposing that for the next 90.
Yeah, big time.
Because don't think that everyone is going to see it the first time you post it.
Yeah,
I'm posting
I can't
things.
stress that enough.
Yeah.
Like, no, not every single person you know is gonna see your one LinkedIn post.
Mm-mm.
You know, it's not gonna happen. You have to what's the word I'm looking for? You have to reintroduce things to your audience for sure.
Yeah, be organized, archive your work in a way that makes it easy for you to remember and reuse, and remember your ABCs. Always be creating.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I mean, that's just like the frame of my life now. It's like, how can I put this in, make this into content somehow? Everything
Yeah.
that happens to me, is like, how can it be content?
Yeah, I mean that's it. And as we go on, it's going to get more and more.
Yeah.
Number 7, build it and believe they'll come. Let's scroll that Fed group thing across the bottom of the screen.
Yeah, let's do it.
Because I'm going to tell you something. This is the truth. But you got to build it.
Right.
Okay. And you got to be patient. This was October 2018, or I think we started this group.
October. Yeah.
I think it was right before I went to Japan.
Yeah.
So it was maybe Septemberish.
I think so.
2018.
You went to Japan in October, so yeah, it had to be September.
It's probably either late September or whatnot. But we built the Fed group online on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
Members started coming in. They started pouring in. We're at near 400 in the group. We have over 60 people coming to the conference. The first one we're ever putting on. I think that's a pretty good number.
Yeah.
We call it a conference, but it's really an event.
Yeah.
It's going to be an experience. This is going to be a little bit different than any of the conferences you're used to in the industry. But we're hoping to have some of the channel partners in house. We just got notification that FCSI will be in the house. I'm still waiting to hear back from Sefesa. I'm going to reach out to I think Charlie over at NAFM and see if there's any interest for them to have someone representing NAFM, because there's manufacturers there. You know, Middleby's there, Hobart's there, Magali's there, Univex is there. There's a lot of manufacturers there, but there's also a service company. So we built this thing
Right.
from the ground up, from nothing, not really even knowing. By the way, not even knowing where we were taking it.
Right. Which I think is an important thing to talk about, because we had something totally different planned for the Fed group. You know, like, it wasn't supposed to be an event thing. It was, but it's naturally evolving into that. And those are the natural solutions to the problems that we were bringing up in that group.
Yes.
So it's just one step at a time. And from there, you know, we have our plans, we have what we want to do, but maybe it'll change.
It might. Things will continue to evolve for sure.
Yeah.
But I think we now October, about almost a year and a half in, I think we have a bit of a vision of what it's going to be.
For sure. We
But
at least have a structure.
yeah, things are actually coming together now. So if you're watching this and you're thinking, well, should I start this? Should I start that? Why not just do it and see what happens?
Yeah.
What's the alternative? You don't do it and nothing happens anyway.
Right. Yeah.
So just try it.
And then at least you'll know that idea doesn't work.
Yeah. And
for certain.
and just one last thing on this, it's important, I think, is, listen, we're not doing this because we're just good guys and we want to put on a conference. I mean, listen, we want to build a business and make money while we're able to help and cultivate and invoke change in an industry.
Yeah.
So there's purpose behind this about us helping people, but we need it to be a business for it to be sustainable for us to continue to do this. And right here it says, many people don't monetize their expertise because they undervalue that expertise.
Interesting.
And I do that to myself because I'm like, who the hell am I? What am I doing here?
Yeah.
But you know what? Right. Who the hell am I? Maybe I'm nobody right now. Okay. I'm just a guy from Jersey that's putting on a conference with this guy.
Another guy from Jersey.
and we're looking to get people together, to invoke change, to get people online, to help our industry grow in ways that it never did before. You know what? And I'm sure I'll gain some more confidence. Maybe I'll lose that undervalue of my expertise kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll continue. And that'll be continue to build along the way. I mean, so it's important that whatever you want to build, you start now.
Kobe. Of course, that one doesn't go in.
All right, you got something over there?
Yeah, let's see what I got over here. Okay, since we're on the thread of content, we'll go here. 5 content marketing trends you need to know for 2020.
You need to know this.
Yes.
Pay attention.
I love that this is the first one and we're here live. First piece of content marketing strategy is video and live stream. Video and live streaming have become huge recently thanks to popular platforms like YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch. By the way, let's just talk about TikTok real quick. What I've discovered, not everybody's approved for live on TikTok, which I found out the hard way. But once you are, there's literally a button. You put money into the TikTok app, let's say $10, and people, as they're liking your TikTok live, the same way you would like an Instagram live or Facebook live, they're sending you money that way. So it's like little tokens that you're getting as you're doing the live.
Okay.
And that's how you're getting paid through TikTok. So TikTok is direct you and your audience, and they're giving you money directly, and then it goes into your TikTok account and you cash it out from there.
So is there there's probably a number that a certain amount of followers you have to get that?
I forget what the requirement was. It was
Probably like 10,000.
it wasn't a number requirement. It was like a type of account requirement.
So maybe we can get that kind of account.
Yeah. I have to look into it more. But when I found that out, I found that so fascinating. Like, there's no, like, you have to get a sponsor to sponsor your post, and they're the ones paying you, not the, like, if your audience wants to give you $5, they're just going to give you $5 through the app. That's wild to me. And that's like,
I'm gonna read up on that.
Yeah, that's a big part of why I think TikTok is working like crazy.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, video and live streaming, of course, is top of the line right now.
Yeah.
It's really going to help. It's a brand builder. Gains your following, puts out message, if to get more people to pay attention, the ones that are following you, it gives them a notification, let you know, hey, we're here.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's a lot of good reasons for it. And here we are right now.
Exactly.
In front of you.
It says, and it's only going to get bigger in 2020. In fact, according to HubSpot, 54% of consumers want to see more more video content from a brand or business they support. So if you want your content marketing to connect and engage your audience in 2020, you need to start incorporating videos. You're not just limited to YouTube, Twitch, TikTok. Video does extremely well on a number of different platforms such as Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn, and even on your own website. One of the easiest ways to try out the live streaming trend is with Facebook Live and Instagram Live. Your business can hold a live Q&A, for instance, to interact in real time with your audience, which I think has been that's been our motto. That's our mantra. Like, we want to interact with you and answer questions and be asked questions that maybe any of us don't know the answer to.
Right.
So that's why we do the call-in thing here. That's why we're doing all of this, is so that we can build something where people can go and ask questions about this industry that's centralized and that's digital.
Yeah.
Yeah. Number 2, optimizing content for voice search. I know you love voice search.
Yeah.
You text with your voice. You do it all with your voice. You have Alexa?
Yeah. At home. I do have Alexa at home. And in the morning you come down, you go, "Good morning, Alexa," and she'll tell you a joke. She'll do, she'll tell you she'll tell you like different things. Today is National Whatever Day, and today is if today's your birthday, it tells you different things about the day.
Wow, that's creepy.
Yeah, yeah.
It says with
cool.
smartphones and AI-powered assistants like Alexa and Siri in our lives, the use of voice search is skyrocketing. Canalys reports that the global market for voice research devices grew 187% in the quarter 2 of 2018, with shipments. Wow.
Well, yeah, I mean, we were talking about this at one point too. I can just think about the power of saying, Alexa, buy me razors.
Yeah, or even simply when Alexa, my stove is broken, and it calls Malachi.
Right.
Like, that's
sure.
wild.
Calling Malachi Parts and Service.
Yeah, because you're the local one, or you place the ads.
We're local,
Alexa.
or we're paying money to come up in those voice searches.
Yeah, and like that's. Like, the next one is AR, but voice is not as far away as people think. Like, we're already incorporating it. It's going to be the new video. Like, video has been around for maybe 10 years now, and it's almost, you're almost playing defense if you're just getting into video now.
Yeah.
So go on offense and start thinking about voice.
Start thinking about voice. We're already there.
Yeah, for sure.
Get ready.
We'll skip over the AR one.
Yeah.
Conversational marketing. More and more businesses are realizing that the fastest way to move buyers through their marketing funnels is with one-on-one conversations. That's why conversational marketing will be a notable trend in 2020, when you can have one-on-one personal experiences, but you can conversations with your audience. You not only create a more human buying experience, but you can learn a lot about your audience, which helps you create more relevant. What are they talking about? Oh, okay. Facebook Messenger marketing. Okay, so this is if you've ever been on a website and there's a little pop-up at the bottom that lets you write in a little question and is one-on-one help or one-on-one assistance. I guess that's going to be a bigger trend. And then Facebook Messenger, you can blast out messages to everybody that you're following on Facebook via Messenger. And you can pay for that to be sponsored so that it's not only your friends, like it's everybody of a certain age or demographic or whatever.
Yeah.
They get those notifications.
It's the way of the future. I mean, like I said, we're talking about it. One of the things I want to talk about with our 2020 strategies and everything is getting me a phone number and having it at the top of my screen like Gary has in every one of his.
Yeah.
And starting to build a community around my text.
Yeah, I'm noticing more and more people doing that. I'm noticing other
gotta
podcasts
happen.
doing it. Yeah,
It's very important.
Yeah, I'm still looking for what they're using because it's not.
I was going to recommend when we talked about it.
Yeah,
I was going to do it myself, but we could do it together. We could just why don't we just reach out to Team Gary V and say, hey, listen, what are you guys using to do that?
Okay,
I guarantee you they'll tell you.
Yeah, Team Gary V, if you're watching.
Team Gary V, if you're watching.
That's true because Team Gary V actually answers on Instagram.
Oh yeah, they'll answer you.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
cool. Dynamic content delivery. By now you probably have heard plenty about the importance of personalization. Today's customers expect to receive emails that offer personalized to their specific needs. In fact, according to statistics from Instapage, 54% of shoppers anticipate a personalized discount within a day of sharing their information with the retailer.
Yeah. Well, I mean, listen, email is still very relevant, still very important.
Big time.
And the only thing that, like I said, it's about we want to get emails from companies or people that we want to get them from.
Right.
If you send me an email and I didn't ask for it, we're done.
Yeah. That's such a pet peeve of mine because
pisses me off too.
My Malachi Cares email is spotless. Like I have, whereas my personal email has like 5,000 unread because of stuff like that. And every time somebody sends me something that I didn't sign up for, I get so infuriated.
Yeah, it's enough. I got enough crap. Yeah. Like I only need a few things that I want to see.
Right. We're being spammed everywhere already.
Yeah.
Make sure you're sending people what they want.
Exactly.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And if you don't want to subscribe to the Fed group, sorry.
Sorry, you're getting it. Yeah. I'm going to be sending out personal emails this week.
Yes.
I've already started.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Cool.
So I pulled something else off here because this is something that we're talking about here upstairs in the office.
This is a good question from Alexander.
What do we got?
Will you be filming your conference in February?
Will we?
We'll be filming. We won't be live because of Wi-Fi issues.
We probably, but I'm sure if you stay tuned, we'll probably go live just like on our phones or something.
Yeah.
But nothing intricate.
Yeah,
nothing in depth.
Won't be a production like a live production.
But we'll be vlogging to the best of our capabilities. But we're also going to have it professionally filmed.
Yes.
So we're going to be taking some real good raw footage back, and
I'll be in some of the footage.
And Angel will be in it. And what's going to happen is stay tuned to thefedgroup.com because that'll be getting updated after the conference with a lot of different things, including the first inaugural conference.
Yeah, new footage from that, videos, pictures.
We'll have all the talks and all the keynotes and everything. We'll put that up.
That's going to be so exciting. It's going to be so exciting for me just because of what I do for after the conference to have all that stuff edited and put up as bits of content. That's like
going to be great.
It's candy for me.
I can't wait. I can't wait to see how it all comes together. But excuse me. But what I was saying about upstairs, phone etiquette 101. So because we're trying to build a brand, and when you're trying to build a brand, there's things that need to go in place. You can't just run freely every day.
Right.
So the first thing that I changed at the beginning of last year, and believe me, actually, just having the way people answer the phone change is not easy.
Yes.
So when you call Malachi Parts and Service, you are always going to hear someone say 2 words immediately upon answering.
Malachi cares.
Malachi cares. That's the first 2 words you're going to hear. Malachi cares. This is Malachi cares. This is Rich. Thank you for calling. How can I help you today? Kind of thing. So Malachi cares is the first 2 words. Just like when you leave Chick-fil-A, you don't hear thank you.
It's my pleasure.
My pleasure. That's branding.
That's so like pivotal. I think I said this on the podcast. I'm not sure though, but my brother worked at the Ritz-Carlton, and he was telling me that Chick-fil-A got all of their training advice from the Ritz-Carlton property, which is, mind blowing. So like all the stuff, the way they hand you the bag, the way they say my pleasure, the Ritz-Carlton does the same thing.
Yeah, it's all for a reason. Yeah. It's these little things that you think are not might not matter, are the things that matter the most.
Yeah.
there's a lot of keywords and different things to use, but it says here, think of how you answer each of the calls you receive. When it's your mom calling, you probably say, "Hey, mom, how you doing?"
Or what do you want?
Yeah, not you again. If it's your mate, most likely you'll answer with, "Yo, dog, what's up?"
Your mate. Is this a British article?
It might be. I don't know. I forget where I took this off of, but it's true. I mean, I don't say "Yo, dog." I'll answer the phone if it's one of my guys, my boys. I'll be like, "You're."
That's what we do. You're
You.
or hello.
About you. Hello. Yep. And when it happens to that you get a call directly from your boss, I guess you go something like, "Yes, boss. What's the issue?" Hopefully not me. In everyday situations, we don't need to follow any specific rules on tips on how to make calls. Yet when it comes to professional phone calls and answering your customers' phone calls, things are much different. For anyone who's already working in a call center or as a customer service agent, things are obvious. At least they should be. But for all of the new hires, it might be a brand new world. Today, we're going to tackle some of these most important things. So let's just jump into a couple of little things. We're not going to get too in-depth, too deep. So why phone etiquette is so important. As mentioned in the intro, phone etiquette is not a big deal when it comes to every day, but things are different when you're on the other end of a customer. You have to follow certain rules to make sure your call is a standard one. It's even more important when you think about the fact that the call you are having right now with a lead might be your last call with that particular lead. Don't believe me? According to New Voice Media study, 42% of consumers switch brands because they are put off by rude or unhelpful staff. Kobe. Missed it again.
Wow, 52. What is
42%.
42%. That's a
and
big chunk.
we talk about it here upstairs. And it's when someone's smiling.
Yeah.
Hey, Malachi cares. Malachi cares. Malachi cares. Malachi. I mean, it's hard to really be upbeat when you have that frown down.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, you can definitely sense how somebody's mood is just through the phone, and I think just keeping all of that optimistic energy in the culture of your company is vital.
I'm keeping this for myself, but it says here also from a statistics company right now tells us 73% of consumers say friendly customer service reps will make them fall in love with the brand.
Oh yeah, dude. Like there's like only a few brands that I can say like I'm all about it just because of the way they treated me. I'll even go one further. Dunkin' Donuts, right? I love Dunkin' Donuts. I like Starbucks coffee more, but there's maybe 4 in the proximity of my house that I can go to every morning. And there's one that remembers my order, that asks me how my morning is, that just like I walk in the door, they're like, large macchiato. I'm like, that's right. And then they're like, how are you? Blah, blah. And they're chit-chatting and they're always upbeat. And I go out of my way just a little bit every morning to go to that specific one. Because odds are they're probably owning the franchise,
Yeah, I mean, these things matter.
Yeah.
I that's the same thing here too. I go up, I get a dark roast if I go to Dunkin' Donuts. And I don't even go. I used to go in there a lot. I recently I change up.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you don't exactly have a crazy morning commute.
That's true. But I start my day with coffee.
Yeah.
But I go to this other cafe now. But I switch it up. Every now and then I'll go in there. Even though I don't go in there all the time, she's still in there. She goes, medium dark roast. I said,
yeah.
That's cool.
It feels good. Yeah.
It's nice. That's important. So we'll move along here. Let's see. Essential rules of phone etiquette. We as people don't like rules. I don't know why this. I don't know why is that, but I'm surely going to wait till the light turns green. Blah blah. We don't want to read that. Okay, let's move on. No more than 3 rings.
Interesting.
So I've actually up here said no more than 2 rings.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear that phone ring more than twice. Now we've since moved to automated phone, so when you call in, it tells you 1 for service, 2 for parts. Kind of get people to go where they need to go,
right?
Instead of us picking up and saying, "How am I direct your call?" kind of thing. Now you go right to service. Now you go right to parts. John, the step in the back.
Yeah, it's instantly the person that can help you.
But once they hit that, the phone starts ringing wherever it's going to be.
Right.
We want to get that in 2 rings or less, honestly.
Yeah, that makes a great impression too. Is like,
you don't want people waiting. People listen. Everyone. What I think this is not new, but I think it's just more so than ever. We value our time more than ever.
Oh yeah, I mean
more than ever.
Saturdays when I go call for bagels and they ring 15, 20 times, I get annoyed. Like I'm mad at myself for how annoyed I am at the fact that they don't answer the phone. It's like, don't you want my money? I'm giving you my money.
Yeah, that's what right. People are calling. If that phone's ringing, chances are someone's wants to give you money.
Yeah,
for a service.
Exactly.
Right. And it says here, most of the customers or leads will hang up if they have to wait for you to pick up the phone for more than 3 rings.
It's
Thus,
true.
according to a phone etiquette, 3 rings is the optimal wait time. What's more, if you're working as a sales rep or customer service agent, you're supposed to be available at all times besides the breaks. Thus, make sure that during your work time, you answer each and every call. 3 rings is universal number. Kobe,
Oh,
off the
off the
sidewall.
backboard.
um,
Why do you guys watch this?
why are you watching this? Tell us in the comments. What made you turn us off this time? So the next one is speaking clearly, and this is something we talk about too. These are all so basic, but these are the hardest things to get across. Speaking clearly, I told Geraldine this year, upstairs just before the new year came. Next year we're gonna open up the meeting. We're gonna talk. I want to hear. Hey, Malik, you wanna? It's like no telling secrets.
Right.
Secrets are no fun. Talk loud. Let people hear you. Hey, good afternoon. How are we gonna help you today? You got it, buddy. You got it, ma'am. You got it, sir.
Yeah,
Whatever it is, talk it up.
Charming.
Yeah,
for sure.
Speak clearly. TV requires you to look good, act good, and sound good. Contrary, radio requires you only to sound good and entertaining. Whenever you answer a professional call, you have to be like a top-notch radio presenter.
Oh,
your voice is the only thing that connects you to your customer.
Yeah, I remember when clients used to call me, I'd be eating dinner and just like mumbling, answer the phone. Hey, buddy, how you doing? What's going on? And it's just like you have to switch modes. It's just part of the job.
Yeah. The next one, immediately introduce yourself. So we'd like to do that. Malachi Cares, this is Rich. Malachi Cares, this is Alexis. Malachi Cares, this is Geraldine.
Right.
Let them know who they're talking to right out of the gate.
Right.
So they don't have to go fishing for it later.
Love that.
You know, first things first. Most people wonder what is the first thing you should say when answering a professional call. Here's the helping hand. Every time you answer the call, your first word should be your intro. Yeah, when it comes to professional calls, you should always introduce yourself first so the caller gets ensured that he or she is talking to the right person. And we move on. Be sensitive to the tone of your voice.
I feel like this is especially hard for us Latinos.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, you have certain people that have very low monotone.
Right.
Oh, yeah. Good afternoon, Malachi. I can help you. I mean, listen, if someone calls up and it sounds like The Walking Dead on the other end, I'm hanging up. Are you?
Yeah, pretty much. Or I'm just instantly annoyed.
Yeah,
I start giving attitude just because talk up a little bit.
Talking slow, you're talking slow, you're talking low.
Yeah.
I'm over here trying to get something done. Listen, I gotta play a service call. I gotta do what I gotta do. All right, listen, all right, let me get this done for you here. I think Rick Grimes is gonna come walking behind me.
Well, got another comment from our buddy Alexander. You will visit the Expedition NAFM show 4/6
2021. Yes, we will.
We'll be in New Orleans.
Yeah, it's in New Orleans this year.
New Orleans.
NAFM's down in New Orleans.
New Orleans.
So
I want some gumbo.
Ooh,
off the rim.
Off the rim. Next one. Use proper language. So no F-bombs. If you can refrain from that, that would be great. Leave the F-bombs to me if they're going to happen. That's what I always tell everybody. If anyone's going to drop an F-bomb, just let it be me.
Yeah.
Stay positive and remain cheerful. Being optimistic is the number one rule of every salesman. Why? Because the relationship is all that sales are about. The same goes for every professional phone call you make and take. By the way, want to know the other 5 qualities of top-notch salespeople? Well, you're going to have to go to this article and find out. Because it's not telling me it's you. The bricklayer.
I wanted to... Is that all of it?
There's a lot here.
Oh yeah.
Let's just skim see.
Interrupt.
There's a lot here.
I saw using speakerphones.
I don't even know what that word means. Yeah, we could pretty much end it on stay positive and remain cheerful.
Cool.
You have something else? We have something else we were going to talk about. So.
Yeah, I wanted to ask your opinion on this because I saw the article pop up on Total Food. And I just wanted to know what it was about. I didn't really know. So there's the Hobart service rolls out new vision with manual transparency initiative. Now Hobart's an amazing sponsor of ours for the Fed conference. So we want to give a shout out to them.
They are
super supportive.
And thank you to Eric and Ani over at Hobart and Gail.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for believing in us.
Speaking of Eric, is this the Eric?
There's Eric right there. Yeah. Eric Reisner.
So for Eric Reisner, ignorance in this case has been proven to be bliss. With all of his previous experience falling outside of the food service industry, the Ohio-based executive has brought a fresh new approach to Hobart service. Cool. Have you heard about this? Do you know what this is?
I did see it, but I didn't get a chance to read it.
Okay. So with a national footprint and a team of over 1,200 technicians, I saw the unique opportunity to create a new vision for a brand that is truly the pillar of commercial kitchen industry. As part of an OEM, we are able to have actual design input on life cycles of ITW's legendary line of food service equipment solutions.
Actually, I mean, I actually shared this, but I only skimmed through it. What this is really doing is, I believe they're talking about all the manuals and everything that they have,
and they're putting it up online.
They're putting them up for everyone, I
Interesting.
believe, to do, because for years Hobart has been kind of a if you're not working for Hobart and you're not a Hobart customer, you're kind of irrelevant. And I think that's going to begin to change with Eric and the new regime at Hobart. And I think that's why they're coming to the Fed conference to begin to cultivate something new.
Yeah.
So that's what it is. It tells you right here. Each manual provides detailed instruction and photography that can help users maintain and repair the equipment. Also included in each service manual is the electrical wiring diagrams, parts list, part numbers that make ordering replacement parts easy. Genuine OEM parts for Hobart and the entire brand of the ITW food equipment, which is Baxter, Charleston, Vulcan, Gaylord, Wolf, Whitco, Burkle, all available on the Hobart website, which we visit frequently here because we do work on Hobart equipment.
Yes.
So this is going to be readily available, and I believe Gail Cease was heading this up. I actually believe she was a big part of that.
Oh wow. I love Gail. Gail's an awesome.
Oh, she's great. She really is a beautiful person. And
that's really cool though. I was just interested to know what exactly it was about and what your take was on it. Because
I mean, it's great. It's great to see continued change.
Yeah.
Especially from Hobart. You know,
Right.
they're an industry icon, giant, and so it's definitely going to be helpful for our technicians because it's not always easy to get through, or if you're not a Hobart technician, it's tough.
Right.
So yeah.
So
you have something else?
The last thing I had was kind of an Instagram deep dive. I don't know if you want to do that or you want to save it.
Let's do it.
All right.
We're here.
Yeah.
They're here.
So for Instagram, 6 steps to create an eye-catching Instagram aesthetic for your brand. Cool. So these are pretty what's the word? Vague in a way, but
And I'll just say something too before we start this. Instagram as a platform is 0% organic. You can forget coming on to Instagram and building 10, 15, 20,000 followers overnight. You are going to be playing the long game. So,
or you're going to be following and unfollowing tons of people every day.
Yeah. But you're going to have to start living in the DM and really starting to reach out to brands and people genuinely. But anyway.
Yeah, I actually just skimmed over and I found this. This actually looks really cool. So I wanted. I think this is
we're skipping it. We're calling audible. We're skipping Instagram.
I just think this might be more fun right now. 7 deadly LinkedIn sins. Ooh.
Okay.
I'm excited to see what they are. I haven't even
see.
Spamming strangers.
We talked about it. 7 deadly sins. Sin number 1: stop spamming strangers, bro. You don't know me.
I'd love to connect and just set up a meeting to talk about our SEO company that
I don't need insurance. I don't need any stuff. I already have it in place. And second of all, I don't know you.
This is rough. I hesitate to even call this a tactic. Repeat after me. Thou shalt not spam. Just do not do it. Don't do it on LinkedIn. Don't do it ever. I get a ton of these messages and they're always totally transparent and leave me scratching my head. The message here is you're just trying to sell me something. Direct and simple queries that include one ask are infinitely more likely to get responses.
Stop reaching out to people that you've just connected with and saying, hey, my name is Rick. I have a mortgage company. I'd really love to set up at a meeting next week because I'm really setting my schedule for the year. And blah, blah.
The best is
that's great, Rick.
They take something obscure from your profile. Hey, Rick, I noticed that we're both named Rick and you live in Bayonne. Yep. I just happen to run a mortgage company that works in Bayonne.
Yep. Well, guess what, Rick? You just got blocked and unfollowed.
Yeah.
It's over.
Big time.
What's number 2?
Expecting too much. No one owes you their time, so don't act like it. There are plenty of people who are willing to help those who don't. They don't know, but that number is greatly and quickly diminishes when you approach someone in a way that shows that you feel entitled to their time or expertise. I mean, I think we're really grateful to everybody that takes the time out of their workday to listen to us on the podcast or to watch Rich's content.
Yeah.
Like we don't ever take that for granted.
So grateful for anyone watching anything and people that are emailing us and reaching out on LinkedIn and saying, hey, your videos are inspiring. Thank you for doing what you do. Don't stop. Don't no matter what. But all that stuff. If you think it doesn't mean something when you reach out to somebody that's trying to build something and you get the message and it's coming through genuine and authentically,
that's fuel.
Don't not do that. Send that message.
Yeah.
You know, because if not for nothing else, you're gonna make someone's day.
Yeah.
I send those messages all the time.
Yeah, and they feel great to send as well. Yeah. This one's cool. I didn't even think of this. Non-consensual submissions. Benjamin Harris, like
no means no.
Yeah, and the creator of Smart Pitch, a program that teaches inventors how to use LinkedIn to submit their ideas for products, coined the term non-consensual submission. In this view, we all think our products and services are the best thing since sliced bread, but by showing your marketing materials down, shoving your marketing materials down someone's throat, rather than just asking them for permission first, you are setting the opposite of an advantageous tone.
Uh-huh.
Trolling.
Yeah. Listen,
you want to tell them what trolling is?
What? I think does everyone not know what trolling? You tell them what trolling is.
Trolling is pretty much just saying something for the sake of a reaction, being a provocateur, if you will.
Yeah, there's trolls out there, man. They're everywhere.
Yeah,
and they're usually the ones with no profile picture, no followers, no posts, but they're following 543,000 people.
Yeah,
and they're just online looking to evoke emotion out of you.
Yeah,
evoke emotion,
saying the one thing that they know that they shouldn't say in order to get some emotion.
They're trying to get your jollies in a twist.
Yeah. We've had a couple trolls on there.
Yeah, we shut trolls down.
Yeah. All right.
Being needy.
Being needy.
This also applies to dating.
It really does.
One of the 7 deadly sins. Don't be needy.
Don't be needy. Just
have a little confidence. Act like you belong at the table. Don't immediately reach out to someone after they accept your connection request. Don't message them a second time after the 24 hours have passed without a response. There is another way of being respectful of other people's time and space. I promise you it's a more effective way of building a foundation for a productive business relationship. So listen.
Or a productive relationship.
Just relax. Okay? Relax. If you respond and you connect, cool. You don't gotta send a message. I mean, I get them all the time. You connect immediately. Like I'll connect. Like, Rich, thanks so much for responding. Like you were waiting to copy and paste whatever message you were going to send.
Right.
Just be again. You got this. Even when you're not posting publicly and you're in the DMs and stuff, be genuine.
Right. Yeah.
I know when you're copy and pasting.
Yeah. Show that you're talking to a human being.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Number 6. That's one of the 7 deadly sins.
Getting too personal. I mean, I can imagine that it happens a lot more to maybe the girls in the industry.
I'm sure. Yeah, women definitely have it a lot worse than men, unfortunately.
Yeah, you probably get a bunch of guys like, oh, let's get
and can be disgusting.
Yeah, let's get a meeting going. And
too personal.
What's your phone number?
Yeah.
But LinkedIn is a tool for branding. What does your lunch or the fact that you have time to post about it say? Oh, so this is talking about posting things that are personal.
See what happens when you don't read through?
Which isn't, I mean, hey,
we weren't off kilter there either, though.
Yeah, not at all.
Oh yeah, so what is your lunch or the fact that you don't have time about the post say about personal brand? There are plenty of other platforms to share your political beliefs, vacation shots, and breakfast choices. Yeah, know your platforms. One of the things we're going to be talking about at the Fed Group conference.
I think that's so big. Like I've seen a lot of it. I've seen a lot of overly like activist politics kind of stuff. I've seen like a lot of like religious kind of stuff, and all of it to me is like there's platforms for that. Don't muddle your LinkedIn profile to post something like that, you know. And so just it can be your opinion. There's nothing wrong with that. Just make sure that it's in the right context, and it'll be more effective, you know. Or I've seen like baby videos on LinkedIn. Like, what do you cute puppy dog videos, you know, puppies getting saved or something. It's like that's a Facebook post. And then oh no, I feel like they wrote this article for me.
Oh, this is you right here, man.
Typos. Guys, forgive me for the typos. I am Latino, Hispanic. English is my second language technically, but that's no excuse. I will make sure to spell check more. When you're reaching out to someone, make sure you check your spelling. Grammar is important, like it or not. If you don't take the time to spell check your work, it says a lot about you. Oof. LinkedIn is a fantastic place to uncover potential new opportunities for your business, but only if you go about it in the right way. If not, potential peers will avoid you like the plague. Did my parent write this? Who wrote this?
Yeah, man. It's a pet peeve of mine because
Yeah,
I
Alexander
don't
here
know.
says you are right. Instagram is completely not organic, and YouTube is more organic.
Oh yeah, well YouTube is tough too.
Yeah, YouTube is pretty
YouTube
not
is very
organic.
hard. I mean, I'm just gonna tell you right now, LinkedIn is the last place left.
Yeah,
It's the last place left.
And TikTok. Speaking of,
and TikTok and LinkedIn right now are the two platforms left. What's next? Who knows? We'll keep a lookout to see what's next. But
it's important to realize why, though, because these were startups that became super big, super fast, had to find a way to stay big, so they needed to monetize. So obviously, they're going to show you specific content that'll allow for advertisers with big bucks to put those ads in their videos.
Yeah,
that's why YouTube is very non-organic now, because they don't want to put a Barbie ad on like some blue collar video. It's not going to work. They want to make sure everything is paired off right.
Yeah, I mean that's the nature of the beast. Okay, one day LinkedIn is going to be zero organic reach. One day TikTok will be there, and
there'll be something new.
There'll be something new coming. Believe me, there'll be something new coming. And don't be fooled by people telling you that the algorithm's changing. Nobody knows. Nobody knows what the algorithm's doing.
Yeah, unless they're writing the algorithm.
Unless they're coders at these places, nobody knows
$200,000 a year. Yeah,
what the friggin' algorithm is. Listen, there's only one way to do this: put out good content consistently, bring value to people, and run ads.
Yes,
that's it.
Big time.
Same thing with eating and exercise. You want a nice body? There are no shortcuts. You got to eat right and you got to exercise. At the end.
Yep, big time.
It's real simple. Now the execution part is the hard part. Can you stay consistent? Can you bring valuable content to the table?
Absolutely.
Be the thought leader that you are, right? Don't be afraid to sell yourself. Going back to the things we talked about earlier. And listen, ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching on LinkedIn right now, this is the platform. This is the platform for the year. We are going to go so hard on LinkedIn because there's no alternative.
Yeah.
So,
big time.
I mean, that's it, man. Love to see everybody down in Miami in about 30 days from now at the Confidant Hotel on the beach. We're going to have lots of big names in house. Carlos Gil, one of them. You don't know who he is. You're going to learn. You're going to learn in 30 days. Yep. Yeah, I mean, it's jam-packed. We're going to have panels. We're going to have speakers. We're going to have talks. We're going to have crash courses on some things. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Breakfast and lunch will be included, and we have a nice big Latin pig roast.
Yes, I can't wait for that
on Thursday night. Gonna get everybody together, have a cocktail, talk about day one, and
we're gonna get Cuban about it. So wear your Hawaiian.
Because we're in Miami.
Yeah,
that's it, man.
Wear floral shirts.
And this is again just the beginning. If you build it, they will come.
Yep.
Right back to that thing we talked about. And we're building it.
That's for sure.
So we're thankful that the people that are signed up are coming. We're thankful for the sponsors. Can't happen without them. And
Partstown Heritage,
Magali, Hobart, Techtown, Turbo Systems, KCL, United Service Technologies, Pacinka Ferry, Alpha Omega, Davis Ware.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thank you guys.
Thanks to all the sponsors. And
let us know what you want to hear in the episode. I actually have a new idea that I want to run by you. Maybe I'll just run it on here.
We're gonna run it live.
Yeah. No. I was gonna say something really inappropriate. Then I was like, nah, let me not. I was thinking, you ever see meme reviews on YouTube? Okay, so PewDiePie, PewDiePie. He got really big. He really started popping when he did like meme reviews, which essentially he just pulls up a meme, reacts to it, talks about it. So I was thinking maybe we could do like blue collar meme reviews.
That's a good idea. Okay, here's what we're gonna do, people. If you're watching and you want your meme to be featured on the Rich and Angel Show, definitely DM us on any of the platforms. We'll get it. LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube. If you know our Instagrams, at Rich Maliki. But you can DM us and submit your meme. Maybe you got a technician working in front of an oven.
Yeah,
whatever it might be. We have some of our own, but we'll do our own.
Yeah, we'll react and then we'll create some, and we'll show you guys the ones we created at the
end.
Yeah,
that'll be something interesting, and maybe we can within that, add some value and some knowledge and some stuff.
Big time. Elaborate a little bit on all the details of it that you might not get if you're not in the industry. So
It's true.
yeah. How do you feel about this episode?
It's been a long episode.
Yeah. How long we've been?
54.
Oh, right on time, right on schedule.
This is it. All right. So listen, ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Welcome to 2020, January 6th, out of the gate, Monday. Most people are fresh back to work, and we are fresh back to work.
That's right.
Full speed ahead, getting ready to tackle many, many tasks this year. And with that said, I guess we will see you later in the week. This has been another episode of The Rich and Angel Show. Peace.
It's the Rich and Angel Show.